Don't be shocked this year when Detroit Pistons are actually a competent NBA organization. This team around Cade Cunningham has went out and got him some help with shooters like Malik Beasley. I guess you could call Tobias Harris a shooter now, and well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is definitely a shooter, not much of a maker. They also brought in Ron Holland. They have Marcus Sasser, Jaden Ivey, and Cade as their guards, and then they have Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart as their posts. But I think there's a big time year coming for Cade Cunningham. We've talked about this on the channel a lot during the offseason, but he now has shooters to spread the floor for him, one, and to also spray it to that he can get assists out of, like Malik Beasley, who just signed a prove-it year with the Bucks. Now he's on a prove-it year deal with the Pistons. 11.3 points per game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists in 30 minutes per game last year as the starting two guard in Milwaukee, and that was on 44% shooting from the field, 41% from three on 7 attempts. Very good year for Malik Beasley last year. He comes in to Detroit on, like we said, a 1-year, $6 million deal, in which I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong with the fact that he can be a starting caliber two guard on a championship team. He had a rough go at it with the Lakers, but I think he'll be back. Now, Tim Hardaway Jr., another guy that had a rough go at it with the Mavs instead of the Lakers. 14.4 points, 3.2 rebounds, 1.8 assists. You know, in like 10 years, we're going to look back and think, Tim Hardaway Jr. was the third option on an NBA championship team? But no, he rarely got PT towards the end of the playoffs. But 40% shooting from the field, 34% from three. He's a guy that can space the floor, can get hot, so we'll see what his role becomes in Detroit. But I really like this Tobias Harris acquisition where they go out, they get Tobias. Yes, it was an overpay, but you got to overpay for a guy like Tobias to come to a 15th place team, a guy that averaged 17.2 points, 6.5 rebounds on 48% shooting from the field, 35% from three on 3.7 attempts in 34 minutes last year in Philadelphia. Has been a piece in Philadelphia for quite some time now. A good wing that can score, can shoot it from downtown, really can score from all three levels, and I think he's going to be perfect alongside of Cade. 2 years, $52 million. Yes, like I said, it's an overpay, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it. And then Simeon Fontecchio. Okay, a guy that a lot of people don't know, and I just recently learned how to pronounce his name. He is going to be very solid for the Pistons this year. A guy that, once he was acquired from the Jazz last year in 16 games, he put up 15.4 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, 1.8 assists on 48% shooting from the field, and 43% from three on 6 attempts. That is crazy good numbers for a guy in Fontecchio who is really more of a role player. 2 years, $16 million, another guy that I think is going to be able to spread the floor, space it out for Cade, who, like we said, is a true facilitator. And now he's got Tobias, he's got Malik Beasley. Azar is not really going to be spacing the floor anytime soon. And then you got Jalen Duren as the lob threat, and then off the bench you got Tim Hardaway Jr. and Fontecchio. And I think this is going to, one, open up the floor for Cade to operate and get downhill because he's best as a slasher and a scorer. And then he's also a really, really good facilitator. Averaged 7.5 assists per game last year with the roster that the Pistons had. That's pretty impressive. All right, he also averaged 23 a game on 45% shooting from the field, 36% from three. He's still 22 years old, and one of those seasons, he's been in the league 4 years. One of those years, he pretty much missed the entire season. So he's really been in for like 3 years, so he's still growing and developing. With that being said, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel, so if that is you, go ahead and fix that. Also, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's video, so if you could help us out with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. And let's get back to the video. Looking at the rookie, and the guy that they just drafted in Ron Holland, who averaged 20.6 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 3.2 assists, 2.5 steals in 33 minutes a game last year, on 44% shooting from the field, 24% from three in the G League Ignite program. They also have Azar Thompson, who is coming off of a year where he averaged 8.8 points, 6.4 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block as a rookie in this Pistons franchise. Of course, the number 5 overall pick in the draft a year ago, 48% shooting from the field for him. But both of these guys bring freakish athleticism. I mean, just look at some of these highlights of Azar Thompson. One of the most athletic guys in the league as a wing. Throw it up to him, and he's going to come down with it if it's anywhere near the top of the backboard. The lobs from Cade to Azar are going to be something fun to watch this year. Horribly missed Marvin Bagley hook shot right there, and Azar is there to clean everything up. just on top of Clint Capella's head right there. That's a really good rim protector in Capella. Traditionally one of the better ones in the league. Same thing with Miles Turner, who hasn't been on the decline a little bit lately, but still traditionally a really good rim protector, and he just on his head. And then this is his big weakness. This is how teams guard him. Jimmy Butler is going under the screen, which is taking place at the elbow, while Azar is on the three-point line. So that's his kryptonite right now. It's what he's got to fix. But he has the clamps. You see him there stopping Bam Adebayo. Here he's going to come all the way across the screen from the Hornet logo to block P.J. Washington, who's going right. Incredible athleticism. Incredible recovery right there. And then Levine here. That's a great play by Azar Thompson. Getting the block, playing that trail coverage, staying in his hip pocket, and he gets the deflection, gets the block. Same thing with Giddey here. He gets beat at first, and then he recovers and knocks it away. Now let's watch a series here where he goes one-on-one with one of the best ISO scorers in the NBA, and that is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Holds his own very well. Once again, Shai gets the step on him. He's able to recover and smack the crap out of that. That did not even look fair. Shai tries to get to his turnaround. Great contest right there. And then one-on-one. This is not an easy assignment whatsoever, and he still manages to go up and take the ball away. As for Ron Holland, another guy that's a project shooter, just like Azar. Both of them are very much project shooters. But he's 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan, weighs about 205, and he played as a point guard for the G League Ignite. He's got a lightning quick first step, as you can see here. He just has figured out how to finish around the rim with either hand and with using his body. Little fadeaway off glass right there. That's not an easy shot to hit, and he knocks it down. Very nice pace right here. Great patience, waiting for the play to develop, and then he gets to the rim. And like we said, he's a crazy athlete. That is crazy in game. As a rookie, you shouldn't be doing that, but he did it in the summer league, and he got away with it. Now, the question becomes, where does Jaden Ivey fit into all of this? Because I think he would be fantastic coming off the bench as like a microwave scorer type guy. Don't know how much PT Tim Hardaway Jr. gets next year, by the way. But I would love to see Ivey off the bench as like the microwave scorer guy. Like I said, he averaged 15.4 points per game last year, 3.8 rebounds, 3.4 assists in 29 minutes per game. And he's a guy that I think can really help the Pistons. He only shot 43% from the field and 34% from three last year. But he's a guy that I think, if you just give him the keys and let him cook like he had at Purdue, he can be really good. And as a sixth man, that's what they do. I think he could really impact the Pistons positively next year. We'll see what happens. They also have Isaiah Stewart, who is a really good big, coming into the year averaging 13.8 points per game, 11.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists in 25 minutes last year. The pick-and-roll duo between he and Cade is very fun to watch. 62% shooting from the field, 0.8 blocks per game as a 20-year-old. So overall, they also have Stewart, like we said, but Jalen Duren is definitely their starter. But I think going out and getting Cade some help with Tobias and Malik Beasley for sure. We'll see about Tim Hardaway Jr., and then you draft Holland. You know, I can get over the Holland pick. It's not the worst pick in the draft. My Hornets drafted Salon one pick later. You got your guards, you got your bigs. You had to go out and get some wings. I like what they did this offseason. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But if you did enjoy today's video at any point, make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.
Subscribe to Backyard Buckets right now!